All over the world, numerous amounts of crimes happen in seconds. Some willingly partaking, and some unknowingly. But we will never stop spreading the word until the criminals are captured.
The suspect's resemblance to the sketch released shortly after the Taylor Van Diest murder, undeniable. Van Diest was killed on Halloween night last year walking along these train tracks in Armstrong, going to meet a friend when 26-year-old Matthew Stephen Forrester allegedly beat the 18-year-old and left her for dead. Police had the suspect's DNA, but they didn't have a name. Some 1,200 tips later, police got a break.
I can confirm 2 individuals have been arrested in connection with the murder of Taylor Van Diest.
Police allege Forrester's father also played a role in the murder after the fact.
58-year-old Stephen Roy Forster, a current resident of Cherryville, British Columbia, has been charged with obstruction of justice and accessory after the fact to murder.
Police obtained Forrester's DNA from a 2005 attack at a Kelowna escort agency. Police say he's facing several charges in connection with that crime, including sexual assault. And prior to that attack, Forrester is alleged to have committed a home invasion in his hometown of Cherryville.
In that case, a young 19-year-old woman was seriously assaulted.
The mayor of Armstrong says the Van Diest murder has scarred the community.
Sort of lost our innocence, if you want to put it in a good sense of how we all feel. We can now get back to enjoying our lives, although they have been changed forever.
Van Diest's mother expressing her relief and a degree of anger after learning that the man accused of murdering her daughter is behind bars.
We finally can direct our anger at a face. Now I know what evil looks like.
Police say Van Diest and Forrester did not know each other. In Armstrong, Kelly.
Really quick, let me explain what the Spooky series is. There's 2 episodes to the Spooky series. Spooky series is based off of true crimes that I'm narrating into a spooky story, or like a horror story, if you want to say. But I cannot see myself not doing a breakdown because some of this stuff needs to be talked about. So one day you're going to get the story, and the next day you're going to get the breakdown where I come back and we talk about it. Titles say the same thing, but on the second title you will see it say talk through or breakdown. That's where we get personable. Okay, so condolences to this girl and her family and her friends. This is a sad situation, and condolences to many victims who have lost their lives like this, because this is a real thing. This is true crime. However, there are many surviving victims who experienced the same thing but survived. There are many surviving victims of stalking to where it didn't get that far. So there's so many survivors and so many people who didn't survive in situations like this. However, if you feel like you are being followed, you feel like you are being stalked, your intuition could possibly right. Now, sometimes we could think maybe it's just my anxiety up or whatever, but no, this is the day and time that we live in. I always stress, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's sitting back looking at you. You might not see them and they see you. And it could be the people that you even see, you never know, is looking at you in that kind of way. I always stress this on this channel. This is what this channel is about, bringing awareness and trying to be more alert and being more aware. I have experienced stalking. I have experienced gang stalking. And when I say gang stalking, I don't mean Crips and Bloods sitting and watching. That's not what I mean. Look up what gang stalking is. This is all spiritual stuff. We don't know. Her situation could have simply been she left the house one day and bam, the man just instantly seen her and wanted her. That could be that situation. It could also be a situation where he had been sitting back watching her, just waiting for a certain time, and noticed he did this on Halloween. You know? Like, you never know what demon is going to jump in somebody, but this happened specifically on Halloween. Also, that's a time where we have to be extremely alert. I'm not blaming this girl for her death, but what I'm saying is we live in a day and time where we have to be on our toes. We can't protect ourselves from everything, but we have to be on our toes. And it sucks because nobody wants to live like this. Like, dang, you walk out the house, you gotta look around. Like, nobody wants to live like that. We want to walk out the house, we want to go straight to our car, do what we gotta do, and come back home. Nowadays, when you driving, you gotta check the rear view. Okay, this car been behind me for a little bit. Let me see if he gonna turn off. If not, I'm gonna turn and come back around. You know, that's just the kind of day and time that we live in. It's what's called the last days. So it's not something that's happening individually. It's something that happens to all of us. So I just want everybody to be aware this situation is a real situation. This is stuff that really happened. And I want people, if you look at that news clip and you see the train tracks, and it's nothing but like ditch, nothing but grass, nothing but, it's a closed in area. Nobody was on there. So I don't know why she turned down this road. I don't know if this was the original way that she traveled when she were going to that destination. I don't know. But what I'm saying is she took the wrong turn. I don't know if she turned down there thinking like maybe he wouldn't follow me if I shake him. I could shake him this way. But when you feel like you are being stalked and followed, you do not turn down a tight area. You stay within a vicinity, okay? You stay within a vicinity. You stay in the opening. You stay where people are. You go walk towards some other people. I mean, it's Halloween, so people had to be out. Even every day. You go walk towards some other people and you stay in the open. Don't ever turn down a dead end street. Don't ever turn down a tight space like this, because you give that person the upper hand. You give that person a big blazing opportunity to do what they wanted to do, because that's all they want you to do. And this was in a community where they say nothing ever happens. You can look, and when they were doing this, and you could look at the people in the courtroom, you could tell that was a community that was quiet, that was like an old country British community where nothing happens, but stuff happens everywhere. My message is just be alert and stay in the opening. If something happened, somebody gonna see it. Somebody gonna know who it was. That's what you want. And it sucks that we have to think worst case scenario. But I always tell my people, if something happened to me, y'all gonna know who did it, because I'm telling y'all everything. This person, my mechanic was acting crazy. The person that came over to fix my stuff in the house is a little, I'm telling everything. I don't care if people think you crazy or not. You speak up. You talk. Don't be ashamed. This is about your life. This is about your safety. Speak up. Open your mouth. Tell somebody. If they don't give you the response you want, so what? At least if something happened, they can honestly say, well, she did say this. She did say that. This girl did the right thing by texting her friend, telling her somebody had followed her, or she felt somebody was following her. She did that. She did the right thing. Like, even going on dates, I remember, like, now I don't go on dates, but back in the day when I was in my teens and stuff, and you know how you just like, yeah, he cool. You met him at the store. He cool. He said he finna swerve through and pick me up later. Like, we can't do that nowadays. Ain't no swerving through and picking up. No. Swerve through, pick up. drop you off, take you somewhere, you'll never see your people again. But even back then, I was cautious. And my homegirls, a lot of us were cautious. And we'll be given all the information. Yup, I'm leaving with him. This is what kind of car we in. And I'm finna send you a picture of the license plate. You know? So anyway, y'all, stay tuned because we're going to get deep. The further the episodes get, we're going to get real deep. Until next time on the spooky series, Crime Stories with Nina. As we continue to pray for the healing of this nation and let God rule and reign, we won't stop fighting. Because most of all, we want justice.